Hi and welcome to the Arsenal Circle. Here to talk to you today about the latest fixture between Arsenal and Everton. We battered them today and revenge has never been so sweet. Let's go straight into it. Let's start off by talking about the lineup. That's how we always start off these match reviews. But yes, unchanged from our win against Leicester, and I think that was the correct decision. Good to start Jorginho as Partey has to work his way back into the team, and he did. He got that chance to work his way back into the team with Jorginho not having the best of games. But, I think the correct decision to keep the team as is, and we really don't look like we miss Nketiah. Although, Nketiah did come on and he did make an instant impact, but we'll get into that in a minute. Just a few words about the game before I go into it. I think we're the first team to beat another team 100 times in the Premier League. I think I heard it, something like that. What an achievement that is, because obviously Arsenal and Everton have been in the division so long, and we historically are a better side. So we have got those wins. That I think it's 100. I'm pretty sure it's 100. Might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is astonishing. I mean, it's just a day of stats, but also the first team in the Premier League to have two people on 10 goals in the league, Martinelli and Saka. They're also the only two under 23s, I believe, that are on 5 goals in the league. So many records, or like just stats that we were breaking today. And it's just really impressive. We go 5 points here with our game in hand. A really, really good victory. And, a needed victory, especially after what they did to us a couple weeks back. Yeah. What a game that was. Right. Let's go straight into it. Let's talk about the first half, because the first half was quite a bland half to begin with, wasn't it? The first half an hour, to be honest with you, I could not tell you what happened, because not much happened. It was just a really kind of standard half. I mean, if we're talking about good performances in the first half, I think Trossard, something about him, he's always threatening. Excuse me. He's always threatening. I don't know. He plays this false 9, but he doesn't at the same time. It's like we're playing with 3 wingers rather than a striker. Really odd, but it works, and it's really nice. Trossard, he's really good off the ball. He presses. He just adds something to our attack. But at the same time, we do miss a striker like Jesus, or maybe even Nketiah. Nketiah's not getting the goals, but as we'll see, he did play make quite a bit. Other good performances in the first half. I mean, a routine performance from Xhaka. I think Zinchenko in the first half was particularly impressive. He just won back the ball quite a lot and advanced the ball quite a lot, doing his normal role. Defence and Ramsdale, again, kind of had a day off. I mean, they did have, to be fair, quite a few chances, but in the first half specifically, they had quite a few chances. In the second half, they barely did anything. But yeah, they just pretty well played from the defender. Nothing I can complain about there. Odegaard always looking threatening. Saka back. I saw something in Saka today. I mean, it wasn't his best performance, but I saw something in Saka today that I think for the last couple of games we have been missing, because he's been found out a bit, and a lot of the teams we played against, he has struggled against recently. Like, struggled to make a huge impact. That same impact where teams have started to put 2 or 3 players on Saka, and it's starting to work. And Saka just showed glimpses of what he was made of again today, especially with the golden assist. I'm not saying Saka's a bad football player, because he's an incredible football player. I'm just saying I think he's starting to adapt to having to deal with more pressure on him from the opponents as well. So really impressed with him. Obviously Martinelli, we'll get onto it. But he was back to brilliant form, to be honest. Really showing why he deserves a starting place over potentially Trossard or anyone in the starting 11. And he does. But yeah, heading into half time. Actually, we got to talk about the 2 goals. Saka, we've seen him do it before, and this is maybe the 3rd time he scored a goal like that this season. Just bangs it in, top near post, top corner. it's such a brilliant goal to score, and to do that with your weak foot with so much confidence, so much power, so much precision, and to get that past the keeper who's right there is really incredible. Truly, such a great goal from Bukayo Saka, and you don't realise the brilliance of that goal unless you actually go and watch it and realise to yourself what's actually going on in the involvement of that goal. But very impressive. What a goal that was. Assisted by Zinchenko, of course, so good for him to get some stats, I guess. But yeah, brilliant goal from Saka, and that really gave us the momentum we needed, because in those first 30 minutes, Everton defended pretty well. They did a good job at not conceding, but once they did, as is what happens in every football match, once they conceded, they have to break that defensive line a bit and go forward a bit, otherwise they're just going to lose 3 points. And that opened them up for the second goal. They, a bit of a mistake. Saka capitalises, gets the ball through to Martinelli, and Martinelli, a good finish. Happens just 5 minutes later. But what I will say is, I don't know why, I didn't listen why, but the goal was allowed, even though it did look offside. So I'm unsure as whether they counted, because I'm unsure as to where they've drawn the lines there, because when I was watching it, I was like, yeah, that's offside so easily. That was an offside. I'm sure we'll find out why it's not, and there's probably some decent reasoning, because there wasn't much protest. I mean, I haven't seen much Everton protest or any protest online from any football pages about why that was a stupid decision. But all in all, good to be 2 goals ahead going into halftime. I can't remember the last time we were 2 goals ahead going into halftime. It's been a while. Again, the first kind of 20-odd minutes of the second half, same thing, pretty boring. But, we were starting to look more comfortable on the ball, just working it around. We really controlled the game at this point in time. I mean, we'll look at the possession. We had 73% of it, as we love to have most of the possession. All the stats we were superior in, apart from offside. Cool. But yeah, look at all this. We really dominated the match. Just a brilliant all round performance. In the second half we started, as I say, we started to control the game, and that third goal from Martin Odegaard, a bit of luck, but just good positional play, good finish, and as I said, a little bit lucky that the Everton defenders didn't do better, but I guess they really couldn't, because the shot was of good enough quality for them not to save it. So yeah, really well done there from Martin Odegaard. And then, at that point, the game's done. It's all about goal difference at that point, and I'm glad we got another one. It's a shame it wasn't Emile Smith-Rowe, because I really wish he got... well, it couldn't have been here, but I really wish we got a fifth goal that was Smith-Rowe. I just know he would have loved that, and the Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe chance would be rampant until we play our next game. But yeah, I did miss Smith-Rowe. Very excited now that he's back. But yes, the last goal we scored, as I say, I was going to talk about Nketiah coming on. He did come on. When did he come on? What does it say here? Oh no, here, sorry. He's in the green. He came on at 72nd minute. 8 minutes later, he's assisted. And it's a brilliant positional play from Eddie Nketiah off the ball and then on the ball. And the way he managed to get that pass through to Martinelli is impressive. The way Martinelli managed to score that is impressive. So brilliance from both of them. Really proud of both of them linking up there. It was a really good goal. And then, as I say, Smith-Rowe came on, Tierney came on. They both look good. Smith-Rowe didn't put a foot wrong in the 15 odd touches he had. But yeah, quite impressive from Smith-Rowe. He did get a chance to score. Unfortunate not to. Would have loved it if he did. But really happy that he's back. Vieira came on. He didn't do all that much. Partey, forgot to talk about this with Partey. Partey is probably the reason why I noticed the shift. In the first half, you could just see that we needed Partey. Jorginho was not giving us what Partey has been giving us. But that's the thing. I think Jorginho will be better for us in some games. against certain teams than Partey will be, and I think that's up to Arteta to decide what games that will be. He's clearly got it wrong here against Everton in terms of Jorginho, but I don't think that's his fault. I think even if you thought Partey would be more influential, you have to play Jorginho because he's off the back of two incredible performances, really playing at a high level right now, and why there's no need to drop him. Partey should have to earn that space back. Jorginho doesn't have a good first half, and I think Partey's now earned that starting 11 position again for next game. The game against, I think it's Bournemouth we have on the weekend. I don't want to spend all my time checking, but I kind of do. I think it's Bournemouth we have on the weekend, and then, I think we'll see. I think we'll see the same lineup here, but we'll see Partey and maybe we'll see Nketiah. I'm not 100% sure about that because Trossard has looked good in my opinion, although FotMob has not really rated him that highly, giving him a 7.4, which is one of our lower ratings alongside Gabriel, Saliba, and Jorginho, and Xhaka, I guess. So maybe not that low then, but yeah. All in all, what a performance and what a victory. A 4-0, very convincing victory against Everton. Revenge has never been so sweet, and we should have never dropped them first 3 points to Everton. I mean, props to them for beating us in the first place. But this is what we're all about. Deichball doesn't work. Second time round. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much words to say. It's just there's 13 games left. 13 games. It's not that many, and we have a 5-point advantage. But this is the run that City will go on now. They'll go on this run where they just don't lose. They win, they win, they win, they win, they win. So we have to match it. We have to minimum match it because as it stands, I'm not confident going to the Etihad. I don't think we will pick up 3 points going to the Etihad. We might be able to get a draw, which is just as good of a result in my opinion. Obviously, a win's incredible. But if we get a draw, we keep the 5-point advantage. So that is important. I mean, that's saying we don't drop points to anyone else. Because we could. We will at some point. We're not gonna win all 13 of our last. If we did, that's incredible, but we're not going to. Let's be realistic here. But heading into that City game, we just have to not lose it because I don't think we're gonna win it. So we have to get that 1 point. And I'm not that confident going into it. So this 5-point advantage is very key because that's going to turn into 2 points real quick if we lose to City. And on goal difference, I'm not confident as well. So it's really good that we got 4 goals here. I mean, if we look at the full table, goal difference here, they have 6 more than us. With the way that Haaland's been scoring and City score in general, I really don't see us closing that gap. But we could. But yeah, 5 points clear is nice. And I think Man United are out of it now. I mean, they have got a game to play. And if they get 3 points, they're only 3 points behind City. But then they're 8 points behind us. So I guess United are in it. But I think United will fall just short of really being in any race at all. But that's interesting. I didn't realise Tottenham were that close. But that close, obviously 15 points behind us is not close. But, it's weird. Tottenham don't feel like they're playing well, but for some reason they're in a Champions League spot. Anyway, at least they're not down here, right? Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say about the match. Just a really good performance all round. Couldn't be happier for the boys, and I'm sure Arteta will love that one, and we should keep that momentum going because I think we got Bournemouth next. Should be another 3 points against another relegation-bound team. But yeah, let me know what you thought about the match in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll thank you for watching, and goodbye.